Alright, just need to get one more stream up and we are good on the restream.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and bump out of commentary because I am definitely racing this.
Yeah, this is a good one. Good luck to you.
I'll stick around even though I'm racing because apparently I like doing that.
All right, just don't make me spoil stuff for you.
Such great spoilers in this game, like roll the ball. We're doing another roll the ball game. Also, the demo for this game sucks. Like, they just die all the time. They're right next to the exit and they just die.
You know why they do that? That is because they want you to look at it and say, geez, that guy really sucks bad at this game. I could do so much better than them. And then you're tempted to play it.
If he finishes it. You finish a level and the game just crashes.
Alright, let me make sure I actually have... Sorry, that's not the right stream. Alright, let's kill this music. We're gonna use some girls' audio.
Wait, does the PAL version of this game run at... Does it run at 50 or 60 FPS?
I don't know.
Because it's a PAL PS1 game, it should be running at like 50. Unless all of them don't do that. I don't know if all of them do that. But I know like Crash 1, like the PAL versions used for speedruns because of that, because they didn't do something right with like changing movement, so movement's faster on that version.
There's a reason why I give you guys a version of the game and then I give you a download to it, because, you know, I kind of hope that you guys will play what's given to you. Hint, hint.
Well, maybe we'll see the version differences.
So we're playing a partial goal in this race. We're going to be playing this game up to level number 80. There are 150 levels in this game. And that's just for the arcade mode. Upon completing arcade mode, they can unlock the final mode where they can try to beat the game. So certainly, if you want to play this game, you're going to get a lot of content out of it. All right, we should see our race starting just any moment now. All right, good luck to all of our racers. Oops. All right, so our racers are off to it. So this game is Kula World. It's also known as Roll Away in the United States and as Kula Quest in Japan. Is one of our racers having trouble getting started? All right, here we go. Everybody has finally started. So the object of this game is that they roll their little beach ball around, and they need to collect keys in each level. The number of keys varies. In these first few levels, they only need a single key to progress. In later levels, they are going to need to collect multiple keys. I think I've seen as many as 4 keys required to complete a level, but that'll only be one of the levels they do. They'll have a number of obstacles that they need to dodge here. We can already see in some of these early stages that they've got spikes that they need to deal with. Touching a single obstacle will kill them instantly, so they do need to be cautious not to let that happen. And probably the most notable element we can see here is that they're capable of changing gravity in this game. That when they roll up against a wall, or if they roll off a ledge, they can cause gravity to shift and change the plane that they're playing on. And that's going to be a major element in the game, and that's also going to pose a lot of a challenge to them, because in a lot of the levels, they're going to not only have to figure out the correct route to do it, but they're going to need to figure out which direction they need gravity to be shifted. So we've already got we've got Tea Party Cthulhu is off to a good start here, has already reached the first save point. The progress of this game is each level that they complete, they will advance, and every 5 levels they advance, they will manage to get a save point. And those save points are permanent, and those are going to be a big deal because you can get a game over in this game, and that can consume a lot of time if you aren't cautious. This game has a very unusual mechanic for continuing, and that's going to be a big deal to these players, in that when they collect points, those points are going to serve as their health and their lives, for example. Every time that they die, their score is going to be reduced, and the players have gotten this information in their paste bin. Their score will have points deducted. They will lose points equal to the level that they're on, and they will also lose an amount of points that is equivalent to the number of pickups that they have found thus far in the level. So if a player collects a bunch of pickups but takes a death, they will lose a lot of points, and that will put them at very serious risk of getting a game over and having to reload from the last save point. And that can lose them a lot of time. Another gimmick here, you can see, for example, on some girls' screen, these hourglasses they pick up. Hourglasses are confusing, because in most video games you play, you find an hourglass, you pick that up, and that's going to go ahead and just refill your time. In this game, the hourglass causes their hourglass timer to flip upside down. And when that hourglass timer flips upside down, that could mean that they lose time as a result if they pick that up when their hourglass is relatively full. So a good strategy we're going to see the players do is they're going to avoid those hourglasses in some cases, because that's going to lose them time picking those up. Other obstacles we see here, we see pieces of fruit. Every level has a piece of fruit that the players can pick up, and that's worth a pretty sizable quantity of points if they collect that. And if they manage to collect 5 pieces of fruit, and you can see how many they've got at the bottom of the screen, that will unlock a bonus stage. And that bonus stage will give them an opportunity to collect a lot of extra points. But only if they complete the bonus stage. So we're going to have to see the players making decisions on whether they decide to play bonus stages and get those points, or if they decide to continue to just commit suicide as soon as they get the bonus stage so they can immediately progress to the next level. Alright, we've got a pretty close race here. We've got Tea Party Cthulhu and Some Girl look like they are on the same level right now. So they're making some good progress here. Jal has also made it to this level. Kruya seems to be having a little more difficulty here. This level is a little bit confusing. This level does feature some gravity shifting, and Kruya does need to figure out what's the correct place to rotate the point of view in order to be able to collect both of these keys, because these keys are often very difficult to spot. Especially if you don't have a good feel for where the camera is located. So which of our players is going to be the first to figure it out? Looks like Tea Party Cthulhu may have... I
got it, but I died.
Yeah, it looks like Cthulhu has finally figured this out, has figured out that to solve this level, you do in fact have to jump from an upper level, and you have to aim yourself so that you can land on these ledges. Yeah, Some Girl right now is a little bit stumped here. So is Jal. Now the paste bin has informed the players that they can use R1 and R2 to rotate the camera up and down. And doing that is going to let them be able to see that there is that ledge below them. Alright, Jal sees that ledge, but you can't jump just one space. Oh, wait, does Jal have it? Does Jal have it? No, not there. If Jal picks up that hourglass and loses some time. You can also pause the game and get to see the level. That can be useful because as you try to plan that out, because Jal can see here that there is that ledge sticking out. You've got to jump to it. And that's an area where you're going to get confused a lot, where you're going to want to roll to a ledge, and you can't do that. You need to jump and make it. What's going on with Roar? Roar's already forfeiting. Oh, that's it. Roar's got a mystery tournament match, unfortunately. So that's terrible for him, but this is a really good game. Hopefully he'll have an opportunity to play it some more later. Alright, Jal and Some Girl are still completely stumped on this level. Jal really wants to jump exactly one square, and you can't do that. You have to jump 2 squares. Come on, Some Girl, you just gotta jump to the left. Alright, looks like Kruya has figured out that puzzle, so Kruya will be moving on. Oop, here we go. Some Girl figures it out. Some Girl has jumped down from that ledge and now is moving on. Finally. That's got to feel good to finally have figured out that puzzle. So that just leaves Jal trying to figure this out. Yeah, this game seems like an action game at first, but it is very much a puzzle game. Some Girl finds the first of these pills. When you collect the pills, they do cause the game to slow down, but they cause your timer to simultaneously speed up. So generally speaking, you want to avoid those pills because they usually just wind up draining time.
Basically, they do the Super Mario Maker dizzy effect, which, you know, I'm sure everybody that played that game is a huge fan of that effect and love how everybody used that in every single level they've ever made.
I mean, it's good game design that way. Some Girl choosing not to pick up that hourglass. That would have been good to pick that up because she does have less than half of her timer left. So something else to watch here is the players' scores. So we can see here that Some Girl and Kruya are accumulating a pretty large number of points here. And that may be useful for them later in the match because they do know that that's going to count as their life. Whereas Jal is getting pretty low on points, having taken several deaths on this level. Jal is still a little stumped. I think Jal has picked up how you jump. There we go. Jal makes the jump, gets down below, finds the key, grabs the gem, and finally gets through that level. So it may be a little bit difficult. I know some of you may be asking, you know, how far are these players? How close are they? We're going to see a couple of different environments here, so you'll be able to start telling who is ahead and who is behind as the players manage to get out of this Egyptian theme zone and move on to some other ones. Some Girl noting in the chat that she has picked up this pill effect and she really does not like the visual effects that accompany that pill effect. Thankfully, there is no need to ever pick up that pill in this game, or in this goal at the very least, and probably in this entire game. So that may be a relief to them that there is no need to actually see that effect. You can avoid it all the time, that those pills appear in the game. Some girl taking the time to collect pieces of fruit. She is definitely focusing on collecting points, which that may wind up helping. Game overs in this game are pretty time-consuming if you get one. And so it is very much important to not get a game over if you can avoid it.
Oh god, that pill effect is crazy.
It is a pretty crazy effect.
Unfortunately, I was unable to race this one, as duty called.
Yep, that's just one of the things that comes with being the fearless leader of the Mystery Funhouse group.
Fearless? I am a super scared individual. Oh god, are they going to hate me after this? And everybody does not want to play in my tournaments.
Alright.
We're always playing your tournaments as long as I don't get lawnmower.
But I think after that last race, I think a lot of people are probably hyped for more races than this one. Alright, so I think some girl...
This is a pretty solid game. When you say it was a bounce ball game, so I thought there was going to be some physics to it, but it looks like it's more actually like a tile mover and gravity manipulation game.
Yeah, it is. There's some levels where you can get a little bit off of the tiles, but it corrects you pretty aggressively. It puts you back on the tiles. It's 100% a puzzle game. There are a handful of levels where you have to move quickly, but for the most part, it's whether you win or lose is can you figure out where you're supposed to be going in this navigation.
No, I got lost. I had 1 second left. I was at the goal. This level's not fun. Oh, that's uh-oh. Game over. That was really fun.
Yeah, the game overs in this are pretty serious because you lose points based off of how many pickups you've grabbed. If you've collected a bunch of pickups, you're going to lose a ton of points. And of course, the best you can do is to just go right back and collect those items again and just put yourself back at even, not making progress. Here we go. Some girl has figured out how to navigate across this level. You got to think outside the box a little bit on some of these. And Joel not too far behind. So some girl and Joel losing some time there because they were stumped on that level. But having figured out where they went awry, they are making very steady progress here. Oh, some girl sees that key, but you can't grab that key that way. You've got to be in the correct... you've got to be in the correct orientation, or it just simply will not work. Nice. Some girl makes that jump. Alright, I think our players are getting the hang of this. They're figuring out how to manipulate gravity to their benefit. Some girl gets yet another level clear. Alright, some girl has cleared level 15. And some girl is going to be the first one to move on to the second of the different graphical types we're going to see in this race. This is a strange world of bricks and kind of grassy fields. I have no idea what this is, but we've got plenty of crates around here, so by the start to crate game, at 15 minutes, this game is officially better than Half-Life 2. That's a given fact.
It's true. It's case in point. I've played 5 minutes of this game, and I haven't played 5 minutes of Half-Life 2.
Oh my god, same for me. This game is officially better.
Well, I know what goal I'm going to make you guys race in next co-op tournament. Navigation goal. I mean, given that now it's impossible to get Steam without getting 3 copies of Half-Life 2.
Too bad it'd be unfair because I literally know like every single source clip, so I'd just be ABHing all over the place.
That's why I'm playing.
Oh, this game doesn't have aviation. Never mind. Not better.
All right, so Jal has also moved on to the crate levels. Jal, in fact, I think is surpassed Some Girl, in fact. Kula World stinks because there's no ABH.
Cannot move at the speed of light.
So as we progress through this game, we were introduced to the basics in the last world. They showed us that, you know, switching gravity, collecting these power-ups, and dodging spikes. However, there is more to this game. We're going to be seeing a lot of unique obstacles as we move on. So Some Girl and Jal are encountering the first of these, which is these breaking floors. Those floors are going to fall if they step on them, and they absolutely do need to move. So they have to be careful to not fall to their death because they move too quickly or too slowly. And they also need to think about how clearing these floors changes the layout of the level to their benefit or to their detriment. We see Cthulhu is following behind, is reaching level 16, so making good progress there. So that just leaves Kruya out of our 4 restreamed racers to move on, and it looks like he has just cleared level 15, so we'll also be following everybody else to these fields. Alright, so we do have one other racer who is not in the restream right now. We have the protagonist. The protagonist has been a very regular player in our Mystery Tournament restreams. So we're not featuring them today so that we have an opportunity to show off Kruya, who hasn't been in as many. The protagonist seems to be making good progress here. Is on level 16 or 17 already. So they're keeping good pace. So there's a good chance that this race could go to just about anybody. Especially since later in this race, it's really going to get trickier. The level layouts are going to get more difficult, and we are going to encounter a lot of different obstacles. We are going to encounter a lot of new obstacles, and if the players have difficulty understanding any of those obstacles, that will very quickly turn this race. Yeah, so I think the players are getting comfortable now. A major mechanic in this game is rotating the world so that where you want to go is somewhere below you, and then jumping so that you can use gravity to land on whatever ledge it is that you wish to reach. Some Girl clearing level 20. Some Girl is already a quarter of the way through the goal, but of course the levels are going to get much more difficult as we proceed. Some Girl confronted with a little bit of a puzzle here. The ledge she wants to reach is directly below her, but you can't jump straight down. So we'll see how long it takes her to figure out how she is supposed to reach this ledge. We've got Kruya is playing one of the bonus levels in this game. Once again, a bonus level is awarded every time the player manages to collect 5 pieces of fruit over however many levels they wish. There we go. Some Girl figures it out. They do not need to play any of the bonus levels. The bonus levels can be avoided, of course, by not collecting fruit, and if they do get a bonus level, they can end it at any time by simply jumping off of the ledge and perishing. To complete a bonus level, they do need to step on all of these gems and light them up, which is important. And they do not receive points if they do not manage to light up every crystal. So They have to make a decision right away. Are they going to play the bonus level and complete it, or are they going to skip it entirely? And it looks like some girl is choosing to go ahead and complete this bonus level. That will get her a big pot of 22,000 points here. So she's built up quite a number of points here. That could be very helpful later on, especially in these much more difficult levels that they will be encountering. That'll give her a lot more leeway to take a few deaths and be able to continue. Some girl encountering these moving spike enemies. The players are going to see a couple of different enemy types in this race. But all the enemy types are basically don't touch them. That's really all the more complex anything gets in this game. Does some girl remember how you can get to that ledge? So some girl seems to have made a pretty good, taken a pretty good lead in this race. But the other players are not that far behind. All they have to do is puzzle out a few more levels and they can be moving on. Some girls eating up a lot of time here. You don't have unlimited time, so you do need to continuously be moving forward or you will wind up running out of time and taking a game over. And nobody wants to take a game over in this race because it is going to lose you a lot of time. Ooh, only 20 seconds left. Some girls not seeing the first move here. This is a situation we're going to encounter a couple of times in this race where the players are going to seem to have an impossible choice on how to navigate, and they're going to get lost for a while. So this is absolutely no indictment of some girls' skills. That's just how this game works. They're going to get lost, they're going to have trouble figuring out, and they're going to have to think really hard on what is the correct move. So some girl here is probably looking at the map here on the timeout screen. Unfortunately it's obnoxious because it rotates around rapidly, so you can't really keep track of it. Just trying to figure out how do you move to that next ledge. Cthulhu's struggling a little bit in this level too, it looks like. Not seeing the correct route to get to this last key. Because that's another element you're going to run into a lot in this, is that you'll have a pretty good grasp of how to get around the level, but you just won't have a clue where that key is. Now, some girl picking up that piece of fruit can be risky because that's just another 2,500 points she will lose in the event that she takes another death here. And given that she doesn't know how to get through this little area of this level and get to that next ledge, that puts her at a very high risk of taking that death. Alright, does some girl see it? I think she sees it. Some girl sees it. She makes the jump. She's already onto the next ledge. Alright, you just got to do the same trick. Some girl figured out the first jump. The second jump is just the same thing. Oh, that's an interesting strategy there. I don't know if that's going to work. And we hear the ticking of the clock there.
Oh my god, I think I just got the solution to this stage. I'm so dumb. How did I not even see that?
Alright, so some girl has run out of time, but she's figured it out. She now knows what to do. And upon realizing that, she realizes it's an extremely fast and easy stage, once you know what you're supposed to do. So some girl moving on to the next level, where we've got more of these obnoxious spark creature things. Excuse me. So a single hit will kill you if you touch those sparks. So it is very important to be cautious about how you move. You can jump over most of the enemies in this game, including the sparks, although it is difficult to do. Boom, some girl makes the jump, grabs both of the keys, one right next to the other. Now she just needs to get out alive. Can she do it? Alright, there we go. Some girl gets to the exit. Using her noggin and reversing gravity so that rather than needing to walk to the exit, she can simply jump to it. Alright, this level's got a lot of these little spike ball things that you've got to dodge. We're going to see if some girl can figure out how to get past them. Here we go. She wisely checks the opposite side of the stage and realizes that she's got a different pattern for her here. It may be possible to make it. Alright, where's the key? Where is the key? There's the key. Some girl grabs it and she is out of here. And that's some girl passing level number 25. So some girl has quite the commanding lead in this race right now. And so she is presented with a new type of obstacle here. So we're going to see how long it takes some girl to figure out what is this. There we go. And she figures it out right away.
Yeah, I did it.
We're very proud of you.
I don't know how I did not see that solution earlier.
I understand the solution is harder to see in the US version of this game.
Oh yeah, probably. I had to play the Japanese version to see it.
Alright, so some girl is being confronted with this new type of obstacle, but I think she's starting to pick up on this, how this works. There we go, and she navigates that level masterfully and moves on to the next. Alright, some girl is cautiously moving through. She navigates that level. This game does have a little bit of a kind of a roller coaster learning curve to it. You're gonna get a couple of difficult levels, and then the game will get a little bit easier as it introduces a new element right before throwing something else at you that's a little more difficult. Boing. Alright, there's the key. That was not the correct direction. We see Tea Party Cthulhu has entered the rave level. That is an awful lot of pills that you are taking there, Cthulhu. Oh my god.
It's the Mario Maker dizzy effect. Because, you know, everybody sure loved it in that game.
Yep. So Cthulhu narrowly manages to clear that level. But it doesn't matter whether you're 1 second away or 30 seconds away. A clear is a clear. Alright, so it looks like Jal and Kruya are still neck and neck here. Jal has just cleared, or Jal and Kruya are on the same level right now, so Either one of them could take the lead at any moment. Some girl is getting some of these more puzzly stages now. But she's really picked up on how these springboards work and is making very quick work of it. No trial and error needed. She simply jumps on the correct springs the first time. This level's got a little bit of a trick to it. We're going to see if some girl manages to pick up on the trick with these springs. There we go. She figures it out right away. And then she jumps in the wrong spring and plunges to her death many miles below. Because for some reason the beach ball in Kula World exists exclusively on these floating islands in the sky. Alright, some girl's got her keys. Alright, some girl just needs to get to the exit. I think she kind of wants that ledge below, but she doesn't need it, so she just moves right on. Alright, some girl has cleared level 30. She is 30 minutes into the goal and 30 levels into the goal, so she's on a very good pace for completing level 80 in time. However, the levels are going to get much more difficult as she is exposed to yet another obnoxious new mechanic. And we get some new music at these sort of Aztec pyramids theme. Heya, heya, heya. All right. I don't know why a beach ball would need to consume an entire pumpkin in one bite, but apparently that's a thing that the beach ball does in this game. Alright, Jal and Kree are still neck and neck on the very same level. Unfortunately, Tea Party Cthulhu is lagging a little behind here after the others, which is kind of surprising to me, because Cthulhu tends to be one of our really good racers, I thought.
I don't know where you've been, but...
Listen to this spooky music. Okay, which is going to finish first? Is it going to be Jal or is it going to be Kruya? They've both got the keys. They just need to reach the exit. Oh, Jal makes the wrong choice and plunges off of the stage starting over. Kruya, on the other hand, appears to have figured out where they need to go. Okay, Kruya, you can do it. Alright, Kruya's one move away from victory. There it is. Kruya clearing the level and moving on to the next stage. Pulling one level ahead of Jal. And then plunging to his death on the very next level. Oh no! Oh, Jal has taken a game over. One too many deaths, unfortunately sending Jal back to the beginning. So Jal will have to repeat that set of 5 stages. Did Jal read the pace to know where you load? One player, load game. There we go. Jal figures out how to load game. Obviously, that is Jal's first game over if they had not figured that out yet. Meanwhile, Kruya is still moving ahead. Kruya has a nice pot of points in his inventory, which means that even he can take a couple of deaths and will not lose a whole lot of progress. In very sharp contrast to some girl who has accumulated a very large number of points here, but now seems to be just sitting here. What's going on with some girl? What is going on with some girl? She hasn't moved in quite a while. Unless something has gone wrong and some girl has lost control. We'll have no choice here but to wait. Yeah, not clear what some girl is doing here, unless some girl left it sitting thinking that it wouldn't start the next level. At any rate, so right now Jal has made it back to where they perished before, and hopefully this time we'll have a little bit better time getting through this level. Kruya has made it past the level 30 threshold and is now rapidly catching up on some girl, especially since some girl has disappeared for a bit. So some girl needs to get back and defend her lead. So Kruya is not falling victim to these invisible blocks. Nor are these crumbling blocks posing a threat to Kruya. Figures out very quickly here how to navigate and gets to that level without much difficulty at all. Oh, here we go. Kruya falls for the trick, jumps straight ahead, and crashes headfirst into an invisible block. You didn't know it, but we are in fact playing a Kaizo game right now.
Sweet.
Gets the first key. Alright, Kruya is doing very well with the spatial recognition here. Realizing the correct direction to jump in order to make it onto that ledge. And there we go. Makes it to the exit. So Kruya has pulled ahead of some girl now. And is on to yet another new kind of obstacle. And melts away to a puddle of plastic ooze. Not safe for children. Jal, as well, has managed to make it to the next set of levels. So is now on the sort of the Mayan temple theme. So Jal keeping very good pace with this race. I don't know what is confusing Jal here. Jal is making this level far more difficult than it needs to be. I don't think Jal is picking up on how this works. There we go. There, figures it out. Oh, I see. Yeah, Jal is a little bit confused here because in the previous levels, the solution to a similar kind of puzzle was to reverse gravity and make a leap of faith. Instead of, you have to make an entirely difficult leap of faith here. Alright, Jal has made it to another bonus level. Gickman, we don't know what's happened to some girl. She apparently just dropped the controller and went somewhere else. So it's we really don't know what's happened to her. Hopefully she's all right.
Another game over.
Yeah, you shouldn't do that. That
Right when I
consumes a
saw
lot
the
of time.
solution.
Jal has taken the time to beat this bonus level. Nets Jal another beautiful 20,000 points. That's going to be real nice, especially since Jal has taken a game over once in this race already and recognizes just how time-consuming those are. Don't jump for it, Jal. Don't jump it. Yeah, Jal is having a little bit of difficulty with these invisible platforms. Alright, we're going to give some girl another minute or two, and if she doesn't show up, we're going to put our last racer onto the restream instead. So Kruya now is pulled into a pretty decisive lead. Is now on the fire platform stages. So for those who haven't observed it so far, these fire platforms cause the beach ball to heat up very rapidly when you're on them. So they need to, if they can cross those platforms, but they need to be very quickly to move. They need to quickly get off of those fire platforms and onto onto something safe to stand on. So in some cases, they can resolve that issue by simply switching gravity and leaping for it. Are you trying to remember which one of these needs to jump? There's the key, lines up the jump, and there we go. Grabs that key. Oops, sees that delicious gem there. Grabs that banana. I don't think that's what they intended to do, but that wound up being a good, that wound up getting them some points. There we go, and then Kruya makes it back to the entrance. Alright, Kruya's on a pretty difficult level here. This is just a set of about 6 blocks floating in space. This is really as bare bones of a level as you can get. But you do need to plan your moves ahead, because once you jump on those fire blocks, you do need to be able to get off onto something safe very quickly. And you get about 3 seconds. Your time on the fire blocks, it is based off of a timer and not by number of moves. So you do need to jump on and then get ready to jump off very quickly. Alright, Cthulhu is on to the bumper stages. Is figuring out the spacing between these jumps necessary. Alright, we haven't seen some girl in a while. I'm going to go ahead and pull up the protagonist. And we're going to put the protagonist up and hope that some girl is okay. And we'll just keep an eye on some girl's stream in case she does return to us sometime in the future. Oh, wait, no, just as I say it. Alright, some girl is back. Just at the last minute. She must have heard that we were worried about her. All right, so unfortunately, that departure has put some girl at a bit of a disadvantage here. That she has had 2 of the players in our race jump ahead of her while she has been distracted. Alright, so Jal has reached yet another save point. But I think Jal is still a little bit behind, Kruya, who is our race leader right now. Then we have Some Girl. Some Girl, unfortunately, getting slowed down here by her unfortunate disappearance. But she's still a little bit ahead, and then we've still got Tea Party Cthulhu.
No.
Cthulhu having a little bit of...
I was in the jump towards the exit and I timed out.
Cthulhu is onto the invisible block stages as well. So we've got a very close race here. We do have our 5th member of the race, the protagonist. They are also racing. It looks like they're still in the 2nd set of 15 levels, the crate-themed levels. So making good progress, but this is a difficult game. I debated adding more levels to the goal. I've mentioned it before. There are 150 levels in this game, and it is a very lengthy game. All right. Some girl wisely recognizing that was a trap. Makes the jump. That's it. Some girl's at the exit. There are 150 levels in this game. The players do need to play through all 150 of those levels in order to complete the main game. Then there is another, I want to say, 30 levels that are in the quote-unquote final game that are unlocked after they beat the arcade mode. And so completing the final mode, I think, would constitute completing the game. There is exactly 1 race on speedruns that a player has done 100%, or at least has said they've cleared the game. I don't know if they consider that final mode or whether that's just the 150 levels in arcade mode. However, that took them approximately 6 to 7 hours to do. So that was definitely a little too much for this blind race. I considered making the goal to be level 100. That seemed like that would be a more satisfying number than 80. But the last couple of worlds get pretty difficult, and I was concerned that it may pose an insurmountable goal to a lot of these players. Alright, Jal is on the level that Kruya was stuck on for a bit. Jal has figured out the trick here, though, so that may be a big advantage to Jal. Some girl is on the fire platforms. Jal has already reached the protruding spike platforms. As you could imagine, since we are playing an anthropomorphic beach ball, spikes are pretty bad for us. So we will be doing our best to not get spiked. Hey.
Game definitely has a funky soundtrack, I'll give it that.
Oh, some girl makes the wrong jump there. Thankfully, some girl has quite a few points, so she can afford to take a few deaths here. Some girl looking at this level. So Some Girl and Jal are tied up right now. Whichever one of them manages to figure out this level first will be advancing. So Jal has... There we go. Jal makes it out. Jal has figured out the secret and will be moving on. Oh, Jal picked up that hourglass. That might have been a mistake, because Jal now has 6 seconds left to live. And Jal just decides to restart. Restarting does not help the players on account of the fact that it does count as a death when you restart, so you just have to live with it. Phew, that's a pretty spicy beach ball there. Alright, Some Girl has seen the light. There it is, and Some Girl makes it to the exit. Moves on to the next stage. So Some Girl just behind Jal, but unfortunately both of them are still quite a bit behind Kruya, who is on a relatively difficult stage, has quite a few keys to collect here, and has to cope with these breaking blocks. Cthulhu, making up a lot of lost time for those last few levels, is already on these fire levels.
That's such a... Oh my god, that solution is so clever.
Yeah, I like that
so
level.
clever.
That took me a while to figure that out. So Cthulhu is confronted with this extremely long series of fire blocks with a key on it. So obviously you have to get across there and get that key, but how do you do it? And so Cthulhu has to think about it a little more and realize that no, you need to approach it from a different direction. And the direction you approach it from is to just jump on down and grab everything on your way down.
I'm the next contestant. No, the race is ready.
Alright, so Kruya is still on these spikes, but I think Kruya's been stuck on this level for a while. So this is really starting to hurt Kruya. Some Girl and Jal have made up the difference, and they're already on this level. Jal picks up the last of the keys. And Some Girl is only one key away. There we go. Jal has jumped down. Where is the exit? There is the exit. And Jal makes it. Jal has made it through. Jal, despite a pretty big handicap, having taken a game over in this race already, has pulled into the lead. Now this is a tentative lead, however. It is possible for the players to run out of points, get a game over, and be forced to replay some stages, especially some of these difficult stages. And Cthulhu doing another bonus stage, but making an unfortunate planning error and plunging to his death. And unfortunately, if you cannot complete the bonus stage, you do not receive any points for it. Some girl rolls her beach ball over a spike. Obviously, beach balls do not like spikes, and you should not do that. Jal picks up the first key, sees the exit, does not want to go in that exit. which way will Jal go next? Some girl and Kruya are still battling it out on this one stage. This is a little bit of a tricky stage. Some girl has collected her final key. Oh, we've lost some girl. There she is. Okay. False alarm. Some girl is looking at it. She makes the jump. There we go. That's all there was to it. Where's the exit? The exit's over there. She makes her jump. Nope, something's up with Jal and some girl's streams here. I don't know what this is. They seem to be alright. What is going on? I don't know what's happening. This may be on my end. I apologize for this, folks. I don't know what's going on here. So we have Tea Party Cthulhu unfortunately taking a game over there. Alright, something's going on with these streams, folks.
I'm definitely going to take the most game overs in this race. I don't think that's anything new.
Alright, something is going wrong here. I'm going to try reloading a few of these streams and seeing if I can address whatever is not working right here. Looks like we did drop some frames earlier. Could be something wrong with my internet. Alright, we're going to drop a few of these streams and see if I can figure out what's wrong with them. I apologize, folks, if you'll just hang on for a moment. We'll see if we can get this corrected. We'll see if we can get... something here is not working right. I don't think that that's helping. We may have no choice here but to tough this out. Internet, please.
Ooh, that's a weird scene. I have a feeling that what I just did is not intentional.
Alright, we're gonna reload some girl's stream. I don't know what's going on here. Yeah, now we're getting some weird gibberish here. PowerShell, please. Okay, I don't know what was happening with VCL, but it was struggling pretty hard right there.
That's another game over. I should start a counter. I think I'm at 4 now.
Yeah. What is this? Alright. We've got something weird going on here. I'm having streams freezing up. Yeah, we've definitely got streams freezing here. Alright, I'm gonna keep reloading some of these and see if I can figure out what is going on here. I apologize very much for this inconvenience, folks.
Ah.
Oh, I think I'm so close to an unintentional solution. There's no way this has to be intentional. Oh my god, I don't even have words for how big I just failed on this level. I got 2 game overs on it when... Oh my god. I never noticed the key platform, the place where the key is, doesn't have the fire thing on it.
Yeah, that's all it takes. Just you notice that one little trick.
I kept trying to do an unintentional solution where I jumped to where I landed right in between the 2 blocks of range of jumping.
Alright, so some girl has completed level number 45. She is now halfway through the goal. And she is now moving on to the next of our level themes, the ice-themed levels. So everybody knows exactly what ice-themed levels mean.
I had a feeling they were going to be in this game.
I personally found the ice-themed levels, I thought that they were some of the most difficult levels in the goal. A lot of these levels are very long, and they're very tricky. Oh, some girl slides into a pill. That's going to throw her off for a bit. Yeah, we're losing lots of frames here. All right, so Jal is the second one of our racers to reach level 45, the Ice World. All right, I'm gonna go grab a drink real quick because I am parched.
Oh no, now I have to entertain all you guys with my witty, insightful commentary, because, you know, my gameplay is nothing like that right now. I hope you're enjoying this roll the ball game. Oh my god. Oh goody, more invisible blocks. This is definitely, you know, what I want in my puzzle games. I've had to deal with enough of these in Super Mario World. We don't need any more games with invisible blocks. I don't know, I actually am impressed with this game's soundtrack. It kind of high quality orchestral stuff for the PS1.
Alright, what's going on here? Why are two of my streams not running? I am getting gibberish over here.
Thank you for coming back, though. I had to entertain them with my insightful commentary, as always.
I appreciate that. You're really keeping us active
Oh,
here.
no.
Alright, I'm killing some girl's stream here.
That's another game over for me. I think that's 5 now? 6? But it doesn't matter because I just saved. Definitely invisible blocks make this game, you know, a whole bunch more fun. Just guess where to go. I definitely love games like that.
I mean, they give you hints.
I'm pretty sure there's a sound that they make because I can hear it.
Well, no, there's usually items to tell you this is where you're supposed to be jumping.
Yeah, or that.
Oh god, some girl is picking up so many of those pills. Oh god, some girl, you don't need to pick up those pills. Alright, Kruya is just about to clear this level. Just a hop away from the goal. Unfortunately, his stream is having hiccups, so we don't even get to witness his moment of triumph. But he has reached the save point. So Kruya is going to be joining our other racers in the ice levels, which leaves just our friend Cthulhu to get there as soon as Cthulhu can stop getting game overs. Some girl's time is ticking away here. I think that's a timeout for some girl, not figuring out where she's supposed to be going here. Alright, so where is some girl going with this? There we go. Some girl reaches the exit and doesn't even have to pick up any pills. So some girl has reached the save point. She is now past level number 50. But these next couple of levels are going to be a lot more challenging. Some girl immediately gets run over by a tire and decides she's not going to encounter that a second time. Oh god, some girl just slides right on into that tire again. She's got quite a nest egg of points here, but those points can get eaten up pretty fast. So we had talked before, whenever you take a death on a level, you lose points. You lose points equal to the number of collectibles you've gathered so far, and you also lose a number of points equal to 50 times the current level number. So that means that as the players get further into the game, they are going to lose points faster and faster on account of how many points they have managed to collect. Some girl trying to figure out where she can jump here, that she can get some of these keys. Oh, why are all of these streams freezing? Not getting dropped frames. Unless Twitch as a whole is just dying. Alright, some girl needs to make a decision here. That was not the decision.
Oh, I just got the solution to this level.
Took you that long?
Yeah. I don't think I'm gonna have enough time to do it.
Couple of tricky levels in this goal.
That's how it works in like every single puzzle game. You get stumped on the easy levels, and the really hard ones you figure out first try.
Alright, everything has frozen up. What is going on? Some girl is giving me a string of gibberish. Alright. We're gonna kill some girl's stream again. We're gonna try to pull that up. I don't know what power Shell is having trouble with, but it is having quite a bit of difficulty here keeping up with this race. pretend you don't see Kuruya's face there in the restream.
I know that's what everyone came for, but sorry. You're gonna have to go to his stream to see that.
Kuruya is a handsome gentleman there. Alright, some girl is still making progress here. She has figured out how to get past the first stage with the rolling gear / tires. She's tied up with Jaw right now. Gotta be cautious here because there's way too easy here to roll right into an enemy and take a death. I think some of these streams are getting way far behind. Not that far behind. We're gonna kill Kuruya's and bring it back up.
Okay, yeah, the hidden blocks do actually make a noise when you're near one.
Do they?
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
Well, we're trying to get stuff fixed up on this stream as well. I want to take a moment to remind you folks again, we have a special stream coming up on Games Done Quick tomorrow that we absolutely encourage you to watch, or better yet, we do need some players to appear on there to do some racing. We're going to be playing a handful of games there. We're going to be playing Putafuku, which is a Japanese game based off of a comic strip about a boy who plays the recorder. So definitely a lot of you folks who I know played the recorder when you were in elementary school, this is a perfect opportunity to play as a character whom you can identify with as he travels through video game worlds for reasons none of us know because we cannot read Japanese. And we've got a couple of other games planned. We've got about a 4-hour event planned. So we'll have a couple of races after that. If you are interested in joining us for those, we very strongly encourage you to let yourself be known. I think we're going to be pushing that later tonight to get a roll call for people who can join us, because we do need to start exactly at 2 o'clock. In order to get everything set up, because speed gaming, unlike our sort of laid-back kind of style, speed gaming and Games Done Quick, they need stuff to go chop, 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 because, they're bleeding money whenever they're not restreaming.
Get to the ice levels. I'm probably the only person in video game history that likes ice physics.
Alright, we're gonna kill Jaw's stream real quick and get it updated. This is falling behind.
Probably because I live in Texas, so ice and snow are a mystery to me.
It is a mystery.
Mm-hmm. Ice and snow is definitely a mystery. Considering last Christmas it was like 70 degrees here.
Let's get Jaw back up. is going on with Some Girl's stream? Whatever is happening, it is generating a lot of trash in my PowerShell. We gotta kill that. That's killing something here. Alright, Some Girl is making very good progress here in the ice levels. Some Girl has made it to the, I think this is the last set of the ice levels. Jal, right on her heels, in fact. So the new obstacle that Jal and Some Girl are encountering are these, I call them obstacles, they're not really. These little clocks on the ground. And whenever they are rolled over those clocks, their timer is paused. So that gives them an opportunity to sit on there and think a little bit about what is it that they're doing. It also lets them wait out these, wait out the effects of the pills, because the pill will wear off while they're on the clock, but their timer will not advance. Unfortunately, the downside is they will have to deal with these clocks, but at the same time, they do have an extremely short timer for these levels. They really do not have any time to waste. And we can see here, Some Girl was previously almost up to 200,000 points. Now her score has dwindled to only about 100,000. I mean, she's losing a good 10,000 points with every death here. So we can see, for example, on Tea Party Cthulhu's screen where his total points is almost as big as the number of points he's collecting each level. So a single death can give him a game over. So this is where this goal really starts to decide who knows what they're doing and who doesn't know what they're doing, because these last few ice levels, I want to say, were the most difficult levels in the goal, really. There it is. Some Girl spots it. Some Girl gets to the exit. Unfortunately, that's just the first of these many levels. But at least she's got a little bit of time on the clock this time. Everybody's streams are freezing up. Oops, Some Girl had the right idea there, but unfortunately, that was not the correct place to jump. She grabs about 50 pills on her way down and then plunges to her death.
I definitely did not press up on my controller right there, but I guess that's what happens when you're using analog to digital remapping.
Analog? Oh, you're playing on an analog controller?
Yeah, this game doesn't support analog because it's 97.
Yeah. Oh, Some Girl.
Oh.
Some Girl grabs that pill. Really didn't want to grab that pill. Some Girl, you can jump over the pills. Yep. So Some Girl has figured out on these levels that ice, despite being slippery, ice does not prevent you from flipping gravity. So just slip slide right off the end, and there you go. Alright, so this level should look very familiar to Some Girl, because they played an easier version of this level much earlier in the goal. Boing. Alright, some girl's got a little bit of an idea what she's doing here. Boing. PowerShell does not like some girl's stream for some reason. We're gonna start using Jawl's music. So I believe Jawl does have the music up. Let's get that fixed up on the stream. Alright, some girl I think has got the idea here, moving around these pillars. Alright, some girl is on what I think is the most difficult level of this goal. This is a huge level. It's confusing. And you do not have that much time to play it. Alright, we're going to kill some girl's scream and try to bring it up one more time. PowerShell is just feeding me gibberish. Jawl is just behind some girl right now. Is on this level with the pillars and springboards. I think Jawl knows what to do here. Jawl cleared the previous one pretty efficiently. So the challenge on some girls level is really you've got to remember which side these keys are on. And then you've got to navigate the level very quickly in order to grab them. Because some of these endpoints where you would normally redirect yourself, they unfortunately have ice on them that prevents you from switching your gravity. So you're pretty much stuck once you've gone that way. Some girl trying to figure out where that last key is located. Oh, and it looks like Kruya is taking a death here on level 57. So that means that Kruya is unfortunately going to be starting this, I think Kruya is starting this set of levels over. Alright, Jawl has the first key. Some girl has one more key to collect, but she does not know where it is. Clearing this level will be probably the worst part of the race, and then they'll be able to move on pretty efficiently. There it is. Some girl has found the last key. She now has 30 seconds to make it. She's just got to figure out how to get back to the exit. She's been there before, so she knows that she can reach it. Meanwhile, it looks like, did Jal get a game over? I'm pretty sure Jal has been in this level before. It is. Some girl sees it. Ah, some girl makes it out. All right. That's got to be a relief. No, in fact, Jal did, in fact, clear that level. So both Jal and some girl on very good pace here. They should be finding this level to be much easier than the previous one. Not nearly as complex. Alright, Jal has found the key. Alright, I think Jal is just about to be clearing out of this level. Just needs to reach the goal in one piece. There we go. Jal makes it out. That'll be Jal's save point. And Jal will be moving on to the fifth of the themes that we see in this game. The Machine World theme. I guess that's what we can call it. Why has Jal's stream stopped? I have all these streams stopped. There we go. Jal clearing that first level fairly easily, takes a death on the bonus stage.
Oh, a giant maze of hidden blocks. Wow, this looks like a real awesome level now.
Mm-hmm. Super easy. So Jal is confronted with another new obstacle. These arrows that have that point in one direction. Figuring out very quickly that once you get on that arrow, you don't get a choice. You are going in the direction it's pointing. As good as this music is, we can't listen to it. I'm going to put on some Rainwave, unfortunately. I'm sorry for those of you who enjoyed this Kula World tracks. But with it freezing up this much.
Fairly impressive soundtrack, actually.
Oh, it does. It's like, unfortunate.
It's pretty high quality orchestral stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and they do a good job mixing up the themes so you don't get tired of one thing after a while. Gives you a good mix of different music in each of the worlds you encounter.
No, getting lost in the maze.
Don't do that.
Don't do that. Not playing that game. That game would be a terrible blind race. From there. Oh my god. Oh, I barely made it. That was a little too close.
Alright, so we've got players on a number of different worlds now. We have both Jal and Some Girl are on the machine levels. So Some Girl getting her first taste of these arrows. We've got
Pokemon. This should be easy.
We've got Kruya on this last set of levels in the ice world. He's very close here. He just needs to get to the exit. But he hasn't got a clue where that exit is, I think.
Anyone who's played Pokemon should do just fine in the ice world.
Oh, there we go. Kruya makes it out. Alright, so I think Kruya should be leaving the ice world very soon. Has a nice healthy pot of points. This is another somewhat tricky level that that Jal is on. That you need to be thinking in 3 dimensions in order to clear this, as you do have to make a slightly unintuitive jump to get through. Looks like Cthulhu is having fun with these tornadoes.
Oh gosh, you're still there?
Yeah, I think I need to
wow.
refresh your stream.
Because I'm on like the 4th level of the ice world now.
Yeah, the streams have been dropping down and I've been having to reload them. Let's go ahead and pull that up.
Ooh, that's almost done with the ice world. This is the last level.
I'm going to reload everybody's streams so that we get them a little more up to date. Alright, some girl has reached another save point. So it looks like she must be on level 65 by now. Alright, so some girl has reached the teleporters. Jal is on the teleporters as well, so this is still a neck-and-neck race between Jal and some girl. The teleporters, of course, operate precisely as one would anticipate. You jump into a teleporter and you wind up in another place. The teleporters are color-coded for your convenience, so that you can actually see what's going on. Although with the way this game is structured, of course, it's very easy for you to get lost anyways. Some girl jumping over the exit so she can grab another piece of fruit. She does want those points. Boom, some girl jumps across the springs and grabs her key. So where are the keys? That's what some girl and Jal are trying to figure out right now. Some girl times out, asks us to try this level again. Yeah, very close race. We have Kruya is still dealing with these arrows. Has not yet made it to the teleporters. Kruya still has the key to collect. Let's see who else we've got in our race. How is the protagonist doing? Protagonist is still on the Mayan temple levels, so making good progress. But this is a difficult game. we're gonna close and refresh everybody's streams again because we are losing a lot of time. There's a lot of lag coming out of our restream. All right, we're gonna.
Congratulations.
All right, we're approaching the 2-hour mark in this race, and we've got a lot of players who are getting very close to the goal. The Machine World has a couple of tricky puzzles on it, but I didn't find them to be as difficult as the puzzles in the Ice World. They are going to have to make a couple of difficult jumps onto moving platforms before they're done with this, so we'll see how that goes. However, once they get over that, the last world they'll be doing, levels 85 through, or levels 75 through 80, those should go pretty quickly for them. Since they'll be introduced to a couple of new gimmicks there that they won't have as much difficulty with.
I have a feeling I'm going to be stuck on this level for like 20 minutes. 20 minutes more than I already have, but...
Some of these levels in the school are pretty nasty.
Like, I feel like I know how to do this, but I don't know how it's even, like, conceivably possible.
I don't know how you could be having that much difficulty. I didn't think they were that bad. Alright, some girl clearing another level. She gets to the exit. Alright, this level seems a little less nasty, just a bunch of teleporters.
Oh wait, is this seriously the solution? I hope this isn't. So I don't feel nearly as dumb. Oh my god, it was.
Alright, some girl figures out this teleporter maze has a secret back door. And so
Okay,
she...
that's exactly what I want in my puzzles.
Mm-hmm. And there she goes. Turns out it wasn't the teleporters at all, it was just a bunch of invisible blocks. Oh, some girl makes a jump there. She bounces unexpectedly off of that spring, but winds up that there's an invisible block position just in time to save her life, so she does not actually take a death from that. And then she does exactly the same thing again. Some girl is now tied up with Jal again. They're both on this slightly tricky level. I think they're on the same level. What are you doing?
Wow, that stage's disappointing now.
Now that you figured out the trick?
Yeah, that's so disappointing.
Sometimes it's just not fair. Sometimes you just figure it out. Alright, Kriya's on the teleporter maze. Some girl, how is she doing? Some girl's got a nice 100,000 points in her to her name. That should be enough to clear out the rest of the skull. I don't think some girl has had to reload a save file a single time this entire race. That's a big help because it does eat up a lot of time having to reload your save file and replay some levels. Some girl taking it cautiously here, deciding where to jump. There's not a lot of time in this level. You have to be moving. Alright, Kriya is on the same level as some girl now. Where is Jal? I have lost track of where Jal is now. Here we go, some girl found the exit. Come on, some girl, your stream can handle it.
Wow, okay, I think that was literally the easiest level in all of history.
All right, this is looking pretty good. Some girl has the goal open. Just needs to make it there. I think some girl will be clearing out very shortly here. Some girl has reached yet another save point. That was the level 70 save point. Some girl only has 10 more levels to complete in this goal, and she is done. Joe, meanwhile, has found quite the level. There's ice all over the place, spikes popping up everywhere. Let's see if we can get Jaw's stream fixed too. Get Kruya up. Kruya has fallen way behind on my restream.
After 80, I guess, yeah. Because
Alright, Kruya has found all the keys in the stage, just needs to figure out how to get to the exit. Jal is on the moving platforms now. But so is Some Girl. What has happened to Some Girl? Some Girl stream has stopped yet once again mysteriously. Unless she's just letting her time run down so she can pick up this hourglass. But I don't think that's what she's doing. No, that was it. She was just waiting for that hourglass to run down. Alright, Some Girl's got the keys. She just needs to get to the exit. She can see the exit. She's just got to reach it alive. Alright, so suddenly this has turned into an action game. Some girl jumping on these moving platforms, having to time her jumps carefully. Makes it across. There's the exit. She's just got to jump to it. We have lost some girl's stream. We're going to pull that back up. We'll see if this gets better once we have somebody finish and I'm not running 4 streams at once. I'm starting to think this may just be an issue that my internet is simply struggling to keep up at this point. Oh, Kriya is still on the teleporter maze. What has happened to Kriya? Alright, Jal is on the nastiest, and I want to say this is the last level in the machines, where you've got to make a couple of jumps onto these moving platforms with very precise timing. Some girl may be on the same level. No,
Yeah.
some girls on the level before. How you doing over there, Cthulhu?
I think I'm on 56.
Could be. Alright, Jal has made it past another level and is saving the game. Where is Jal now? Jal has made it to level 76. Jal is on the final stretch of 5 levels in this goal. 5 more levels and Jal is done and can finally rest in peace. So the new gimmick that Jal is confronted with are disappearing blocks. We've seen crumbling blocks, which, disappear after they land on them. And we've seen invisible blocks, which are always there, but you have to jump on them to see them. These blocks will appear and disappear at timed intervals. So you need to be prepared to jump across them when they appear. So something this game has, some games have, for example, where you can get your inputs, put in your inputs and be prepared in advance. In this game, you can simply hold down the jump button and just keep bouncing along, and so that will be a big help crossing these blocks, because a lot of these blocks are separated by a single space. And if you don't remember to jump off of them, of course, you're not going to go anywhere. Jal does the bonus stage, gets a pot of points. This level's pretty straightforward. Just keep on bouncing and don't stop. Don't stop for anything. Some girl having a little bit of difficulty here with these moving platforms. Unlike the previous levels where it was mostly just a matter of knowing the right route and it was easy enough, in this level you do in fact have to time your jumps just right, sometimes with blocks that you can't see. Bounce, bounce, bounce. Jal makes it across the first one. Jal collecting a few points here. Need to pay attention to the right sides of the blocks to bounce on. Alright, Jal's just got to be careful of these spikes. So, Jal needs to... Nope, 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 missed, missed. Right, Jal hopping across these platforms. Jal has no problem whatsoever with this exit. There we go. This is really close. This is it. This is level 80. Jal is on the final level of the goal now. Jal bounces right on across, grabs that first key. Oh, we get a delay. We can't see what's going on. This level is short, but a little bit confusing. Figuring out where to go after you get this first key is probably the hardest part of this whole thing. Oh, there we go. Jal has figured that out. One more jump. And Jal makes it out. And that's it. Well done. Jal is finished. Jal asking in the chat, oops, was my stream lagging? Everything has been lagging. I think it's my internet today. So, no, I don't think it's any issue with you. I think that the restream has been just messy the whole time. Alright, we're going to try reloading a few of these now that we have one less stream going on to see if maybe this looks a little bit better. So, Jal, are you going to be going for the full game clear now? There are 150 levels in the game, plus 30 hard levels when you complete those.
No.
There is one race on SRL that has done the full game, and the person who completed it had a time of just under 7 hours, just to give you a feel for about how long you might want to set aside for doing such a full playthrough.
Oh no. I got one glimpse of this level, I'm already terrified.
46,357.
Alright, Korea's got some moving platforms to navigate if Korea's going to get out of this one alive. Let's update Cthulhu's restream. Everything is so far behind. This is an obligatory reminder to everybody that we are having our special event tomorrow on Sunday. We are going to be restreaming a blind race on Games Done Quick, on the Games Done Quick channel that does the big marathons every year. So this is really your opportunity if you want to have everybody get to see you playing. We want you ready and prepared in advance of that. We're probably going to get people set up for the race as early as 1:30, since we do need to have the race ready to start absolutely on time. We're going to be playing Pew Dafuku Jogger, a really goofy Japanese action game. So you're definitely going to have fun if you join in on that, and we definitely encourage you to join in. I'll be doing commentary. I think Blasphemous will be there for commentary. We might get some Alpha on commentary. We're going to have a good time. So I want everybody to make sure that their calendars are open so that they can join us. Alright, some girl has a key. There's the exit. She sees the exit. It's right ahead. She's taking it really cautiously here, making sure she can in fact make that jump. I think some girl jumps ahead, she grabs the hourglass, her points are very low. However, she does get the clear here, that's level. She does get the clear on level 75. So here some girl is, she's on the final stretch, just a few more levels left. She's now on the disappearing, reappearing blocks. Not quite as complex as the Yoku blocks in most Mega Man games. Alright, some girl is getting close here. Oh no! Oh goodness, no! Some girl tries to move forward and make the jump, but she accidentally switches gravity, and so instead of making the jump, she plunges to her death, picking up pills all the way down. Alright, Kuria jumps to his death in the bonus stage. That's almost certainly intentional. Just wants to get moving and get on with this game. Alright, some girl's on the last stretch of disappearing blocks here. Boom, she's out. This could be the last level. What level is this? Alright, we're getting just a ton of junk out of some girl's stream right now. But she's so close to finishing! Alright, some girl has made it to the ledge with the key. That was an error. The trick, of course, is there we go, some girl figures it out. You just gotta jump and grab that key. You don't even need to land on it. Alright, some girl clearing that. Here she is. She's on stage number 80. So that's it. This is the final stage in the goal. She just got to get through this alive, and she is done with this game and can finally move on to other things. Cthulhu takes a death and a game over right there, it looks like.
This level's really hard because you basically have to work out the entire thing beforehand and work it out like backwards.
Yeah, that was a really hard level. It's a really big level too.
And you can't see everything because this game is on the PS1, so it doesn't have good draw distance.
Oh, some girl revealing that the reason why they disappeared earlier was because they had a phone call. Alright, some girl figures out what to do pretty quickly here, faster than I did. I struggled a bit on this last level of the goal, level 80. Some girl makes the jump, easy as pie. Makes the jump, and there we go. Some girl has cleared the goal.
Okay.
Why can't I pause it? There we go. All right.
There's still one more level. Oh, but it's a Pokemon Ice Maze. I got this.
All right, we're gonna reload Kruya one more time so that we've got a more accurate restream for him.
When they have the chance? Probably.
Alright, we're gonna go to the 2-stream layout. See if perhaps killing some of these streams will help with my restream issues. Oh, come on. What's wrong with Twitch today? I'm gonna blame Twitch for this. This can't possibly be my internet.
Yes. I might actually finish under 3 hours.
Yep, there we go. We see you clearing that pretty nasty little level.
That level wasn't bad. The one before it was terrible. Oh, wait, yeah, you're probably behind.
Yeah. Yeah, the maze
Next
one isn't too bad.
Next one's easy because I played a lot of Pokemon. That's such a jerk move. Oh my god, that's such a poor trap. Oh yeah, of course there's hidden blocks, thank you. That's definitely what this game needed more of.
I'm glad you agree.
I knew there was something wrong with this level. Everything in this game just reminds me of Mario Maker, I swear. I'm like, oh, this is just a one-way game. That's simple.
Alright, so we're getting really close to the end of this race now. We've got Tea Party Cthulhu and we've got Kruya are closing in the end here. We're going to take this to about 3 hour mark and we're going to see where we are. We'll probably cut the broadcast at 3 hours. But hopefully you guys got to taste this wonderful game, and more importantly, some excitement here, because of course with as many new things as we saw playing through this race, doubtless there's some new obstacles in those later levels. Definitely pick this up for yourself and play it. This game is available on the PlayStation 3. If you have a PlayStation 3 and you have access to the PlayStation 3 games, you can buy this game. I want to say it's like $5 or $10 US, very cheap. So that's an opportunity if you don't like playing with the emulation, or if the emulation is a pain in the butt for you. And I know I've harped on it a couple of times now for this race, but I do want to reiterate to everybody, we do have the special on Games Done Quick coming up tomorrow. If you're interested in being a part of that restream, let us know. We're going to be playing Pewdifuku Jogger. That's kind of a goofy Game Boy Advance game that involves a lot of different Konami properties in it. That was submitted by some girl for Mystery Tournament 12. We're going to be doing a full game race of that. If you have never played that, that game is absolutely redonkulous. You'll have a ton of fun, so join us for that. We've got a couple of other smaller goals planned for that. So if you can't do Pewdifuku, get ready for some other goals there. We're not going to spoil what they are in advance, but there are going to be some weird stuff we're pretty sure that most people haven't played that much of. So join us for that. That'll be hilarious to play. It will be hilarious to watch. We're also going to be showing that on the Games Done Quick channel. So we're going to have a pretty big audience. So if you're trying to get your stream, get some attention for your stream, this could also be a good opportunity to get some exposure. It's also some good exposure for the Mystery Funhouse crew, because this will give us a chance to hopefully encourage more people to join us for our weekly blinds. And then coming up the week after that, that's going to be, let's see, tomorrow is, that's going to be on the 25th, I want to say. That is going to be on Speed Gaming. We're going to be doing our regular weekly blind on Speed Gaming instead of Mystery Funhouse. That's another opportunity for us to try to get some more people to join our blind races and to join, of course, Mystery Tournament 13. Mystery Tournament 13 coming up very soon. We have about 2 weeks left until sign-ups close. That's going to be on the 31st. So if you have not done so already, make sure you get your games in, because you need to have your 2 games submitted. Also spend some time looking for more games, because of course 2 games is the minimum you need to get in, but if you can find all sorts of awesome games for us to play, we love that too. So definitely keep an eye out for that and try to get us some good games for Mystery Tournament 13. I'm sure we'll have other events coming up shortly, but for now, those are our big things. The big Games Done Quick race tomorrow, and of course, our weekly blind is going to be on another channel. We're not going to be drawing a game at the end of this broadcast. I think that what we do for our next weekly blind, it's going to be, how do I want to say it? It's going to be very curated. We're going to pick something that we think that people are reasonably blind to, but also is going to be fun to watch on the channel. So we've got a race now between Cthulhu. Cthulhu has made it onto the machine-themed levels, is getting his first exposure now to these one-way arrows. Of course, this is going to be no difficulty to a regular puzzle player, because the arrows are very predictable in their behavior. You just need to move on in the direction they point. Kruya on a much more difficult section, dealing with these platforms that slide back and forth. So in a kind of a shift from the rest of this race, this is a lot more timing involved, having to make these jumps at the right time to avoid plummeting to his death far, far below. Let's refresh Kruya's stream here. Oh yeah, Kruya's stream was way behind here.
We did it.
Kruya's stream way behind. Kruya is already on the last set of levels. Alright, Korea's on... Korea's got, I think, 2 levels left in this goal to complete. Alright, hopefully Korea has read the pace bin and knows you can hold the button to bounce. That's pretty important on this level. If you don't know how to bounce, you will never be able to clear this level. There we go, Korea's bouncing along. Alright, looks like easy as pie for Korea here. Korea just having to be on the right side of these springs to make sure that he bounces across the gaps instead of bouncing to his death. Oh, Korea taking a shortcut here. Clever man. Korea skips 2 of the springs and just bounces directly to the end. Bouncing along, singing a song. Alright, Korea's just got 2 levels left, I think, here. Needs to grab this key on this spiked platform. Unfortunate, I apologize yet again, folks. I don't know what it is with this restream, but Korea his restream is freezing a lot for me, and I think that's probably on my end somewhere. Because it's definitely lagging behind. We're losing a lot of his stream, and it's falling quite a bit behind. Kind of spoiled in the chat already that Korea has in fact already finished this race. You can see that in the stream layout. Korea having finished with a final time of 2 hours 37 minutes and 29 seconds. So almost 15 minutes after Some Girl's time. Roulette time. I don't think we're doing a roulette this week because the next mystery, the next blind race is going to be the speed gaming race, and I think we're probably going to wind up picking that game intentionally as opposed to leaving it up to luck. And then we've got, after the speed gaming race next week, that's going to be the start of Mystery Tournament 13. So it might be a while before we do another roulette. So unfortunately, you might have to wait. And there we go. Korea has completed the race. We could see saving triumphantly there. So we've got Tea Party Cthulhu left in it. Who else do we have? And we have Yeah, we have the protagonist. Where is the
I think it's
protagonist?
just us,
Yep, I think you are the last two.
unsurprisingly. But
Well, let's take a look right now. And of course, Blasphemous had to forfeit. Just an unfortunate thing that happens sometimes. That Blast had to run off to manage a race for the co-op tournament. All right, if I could ever get Twitch to load. Where is the protagonist at? I can't even get Twitch to load. All right, we're just going to go ahead. We're going to wrap it up here. We've got Tea Party Cthulhu and the protagonist left in the race. We've raided the protagonist a couple of times before, so I'm going to say today we're going to raid Cthulhu.
oh man, 2 nice raids in 2 days. 2 in a row.
Yeah.
Because last time for co-op tourney, I got a raid from Brasencho.
All right, so we're going to be raiding Tea Party Cthulhu today. I don't know. What are we going to say? I don't have a raid message. We're just going to raid Tea Party Cthulhu, and then we're going to give him total silence. That's going to be his hilarious raid message. Thanks for watching, everybody. Make sure to watch for tomorrow's GDQ race. We need people to participate. We need people to watch. Have fun and have a good evening.
Alright, I'm gonna cut back to my own stream then.
Sounds like a good